Boom. I got to talk to you. 2K TV.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here.
There's a buzz here in San Antonio, Texas, with another sold-out arena. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. The crowd here in anticipation of their home team Spurs in an interconference battle here at the AT&T Center in San Antonio. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan grew up in California, and he idolized Kobe Bryant. Now, DeRozan says, Kobe was my favorite player. I watched everything he did, practiced almost all his moves, and DeRozan has become a multiple-time All-Star. Kevin?
Well, DA, you can see that influence. Great stuff. Thanks for the report. So much excitement as we tip off the season. Steve, as a player, did you get butterflies on opening night?
You know, Kevin, I remember my rookie year, that first game. We were playing the New York Knicks, led by Patrick Ewing. I mean, the butterflies were flying. And even in my last season, the 14th season, the butterflies were the same. It's something about opening night. It's just special, and no matter whether you're a rookie or you've been in the league 14, 15 years, those butterflies still kick in.
And it tells me you love the game, Steve, even as much your last season as you did in your first season.
And I think it also, Kevin, to add to that, you respect your opponent even in year 14, 15.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Leonard and Ibaka are the forward pairing. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 spot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Murray, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Murray's got the first points of the night for the Spurs. Leonard on the wing. Kicks it to Valanciunas. Puts it up. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
Murray outside. Pass to Aldridge. Here's Gay. Got it from 16 feet. First quarter, just over a minute played. Screen by Ibaka. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that's a tough one. But on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Some guys, they just know how to get away with it, and some don't.
The pass to Gay. Gasol, a screen on Leonard. Off the screen, Gay. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. So it's the Spurs now. Aldridge.
What do you love about Serge on this end? Has the lateral quickness and hops to really challenge shooters.
To the paint. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Lowry. Leonard's got his second basket.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Well, obviously, this was the strategy coming in. Feed him the rock and let him go to work.
And the officials call a traveling violation. Murray against Lowry. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Leonard, and good. He got the English that time as it falls. Leonard's got his third basket of the night right there. Aldridge a screen. DeRozan with it. Now Green defending. From the line, San Antonio again missing. The Raptors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. It's good.
Did you see the game plan is working already? 4 straight makes to start this one.
Aldridge a screen. Murray kicks to Aldridge. And And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
It's interesting. Aldridge used to shoot more free throws. That's when he used to bang inside. Now he's shooting a lot from the outside, so that trend will likely continue.
The first free throw is good.
This is strange. Last season, the Spurs finished out of the top 10 in field goal percentage for the first time in a decade.
Both free throws good from Aldridge. And Steve, when you think about the Spurs, you think great passing and total efficiency.
The talent level dropped for various reasons, and the ball movement wasn't as crisp. Makes it harder to put the ball in the cylinder.
Now here's Green. Ibaka sets the pick for Green, and the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That is his first foul of the game. Leonard against Gay. Fades and shoots. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got 8 points.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
Aldridge left side. Back to Murray. Aldridge with a screen on Lowry. Here's Murray. And the rejection by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Murray, the pass to Aldridge. Back to Murray. Spurs passing it around. Aldridge with a screen on Leonard. Got a piece of it and out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
And now a moment to see the stats for DeMar DeRozan. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 23 points a game last year, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
For sure, things can get stagnant without that spark plug. He always seems to supply points for them in bunches.
Here's Valanciunas. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Murray kicks to Gay. Pass to Gasol. Aldridge with it. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Finding the man who broke free. The great vision of Pau Gasol making that play happen.
Passes it to Valanciunas. To the paint. It's stolen by DeRozan. Murray outside. Pass to Gasol. And here's DeRozan. Guarded by Valanciunas. Nobody near Gay. Traps in the tray. Gay's got 5 now.
Doing his part to help stretch the defense. Gay looking confident from range.
Green in the post. DeRozan defending. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That'll be his second foul of the game. Spurs making a switch here. Ellis checked in. It's stolen by DeRozan. 13 feet away. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
That's good awareness from DeRozan. Spots the open man. That speaks to his all-around game.
Valanciunas with a screen on Murray. Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. From the arc, and Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist from Valanciunas. Ibaka's got his second basket of the game.
His teammate was wide open there. Definitely the right choice to pass it out and let him take the shot.
Murray kicks to Bellinelli. Outside DeRozan. They set the pick. Valanciunas against Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. That one doesn't drop. Now Toronto takes it the other way.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
They are not short in confidence, but they can't get too carried away because it could cost them the game.
On the wing, Bellinelli, guarded by Green. Now here's Bellinelli. For three, Murray. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Leonard against DeRozan. Valanciunas, no good with the tip. Spurs trail by 4. And DeRozan kicks to Bellinelli. The pass to Gay. DeRozan with it. Tipped away and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
DeMar DeRozan, the standout shooting guard for a long time, made a lot of his points from the mid-range. Took note to step away from that last season, and it helped him overall.
Pirtle, he's checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for Murray. And Toronto also making a switch. Siakam's checked in. Leonard, the shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists in the game.
That's all confidence right there. He knows he's in a groove, and they've got this team on its heels.
Steve, as you said, DeMar DeRozan was a mid-range player for most of his career, but purposefully has changed that now.
Yes, starting to take more threes, and it opened up space for him. Knows that the mid-range shot can often be a bailout for the defense if he settles for it. Overall, the change led him to being a lot more aggressive on the offensive end.
Shot's good by Ibaka.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Gay passes to DeRozan. Gay kicks to Mills. There's a screen. Pass to Bellinelli. Over Green. The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
DeRozan against Leonard. Outside Lowry. Passes it to Ibaka. Shoots over Pirtle. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And that's a nice jumper by Ibaka, showing good touch from mid-range.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Now when it comes to getting fans out of their seats, the crossover dribble does it every time. It's so fun to watch. Who are some of the best doing that, you think, Steve?
You know, Kyrie Irving,
Yes.
Steph Curry, Chris Paul, John Wall, James Harden, Jamal Crawford. Those are the guys and names that just stand out. Those are the guys that make the Smitty's top 5 plays under the rim.
Irving's handle is just phenomenal, I think, don't you?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think he's the top of his class.
Davis Bertans checks in for the Spurs. Walker comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Then for the Raptors, OG Anunoby comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Norman Powell subbed in for Danny Green. And Walker kicks to Mills. San Antonio again missing. Down low. Outside Lowry. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Now here's Bellinelli. He's guarded closely. Outside, Walker. He kicks to Bellinelli. It's good from long range. Bellinelli's got 5 now.
And Bellinelli moves well in these situations, staying active at all times and being rewarded there with his effort.
Ibaka outside. Pass to Anunoby. Screen by Ibaka. Here's Anunoby. Bellinelli is covering. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got his first bucket of the night.
And such poise in pressure situations. Anunoby doesn't let it get to him. Fantastic at keeping his composure.
Now here's Walker. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. There's the pass to Bellinelli. Over Lowry, accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
I like the efficiency here. 3 out of 4 shooting, just taking what the defense gives him.
Kicks it to Ibaka. Powell with the screen. Now here is Lowry, covered by Mills. Screen by Ibaka. Lowry for 3, buries the long-range jumper. Lowry's got his second basket of the night.
Just a wise decision from Lowry to shoot it after the screen there. Just a high IQ player who consistently makes the right decision.
Now here's Mills. Hurdle kicks to Mills. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Now here's Powell, guarded by Walker. There's the pick. A wide open look here for Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
Now here's Mills, and there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's foul number 2 for him. San Antonio with the ball. It's a 10-point game. They swipe it. That shot off. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Toronto ahead. They're up by 10. We've got more in store for you right after this. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, straight the floor, making open shot, rolling the basket, screen, those dirty work. I like to do that.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complementary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors guys, your thoughts?
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through 1.
Yeah, their scoring's been on point. They've got the early lead. Always feels good when that happens.
They've got Pirtle, and it's Bertans in at the 4 slot. That's the San Antonio 5. Now here's Mills. Defense is right there. 5 to shoot. And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut back down to 10 points after they get the bucket from Walker.
He had just enough breathing room around the basket, and he found a way to convert it.
Powell with the screen. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Miles, that's good.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Mills passes to Bertans. Here's Mills. Bertans kicks to Mills. Back to Bertans. Now here is Pirtle. Guarded closely. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Steve, with Toronto being the lone team in Canada in the NBA, they represent a lot for the nation's basketball fans.
Canada has taken a big step forward in their basketball program. More high draft picks are Canadian, and more are on the way. The success, in my opinion, of the Raptors over the last several years has definitely had an impact on Canadian basketball.
Spurs working the ball around now. Here is Forbes, looking for his first basket still in this one. Birtle's shot is off.
That's just two tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
Outside, Walker. There's the pick. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound. There's the pass to Mills. San Antonio again missing. Now the pass to Van Vliet. Down low on Anunoby. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
San Antonio calls timeout. And Fred Van Vliet, the Wichita State product, took some time getting into the NBA, but my goodness, is he a factor now for this team?
You know, I love the way Van Vliet can create space with his movement and getting into a defender. Great at reading a defense and finding the right play. He thinks several steps ahead of the play when he's on the floor.
A different look now for San Antonio. Pau Gasol is checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Aldridge comes in for Walker. And Murray subbed in for Patty Mills. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Toronto. Wright comes in for Norman Powell.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Wright sets a screen. Back to Miles. There's a good screen. A 3-ball. Rebounded by the Spurs. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Murray kicks to Bertans. Pass to Forbes. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Aldridge with a screen on Valanciunas. Here's Murray. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And it's the Raptors' ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Aldridge a screen. And stolen by Wright. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And the first one drops. Well, with Kawhi Leonard gone, a new era for the Spurs. Even with the addition of DeMar DeRozan, San Antonio looks to be entering their most significant rebuild in decades.
Yeah, but at least they were able to get a star in DeRozan. Now, I would call it more of a reload than a rebuild for the Spurs. Still a lot of talent to work with on that roster.
We often hear great players say, I want to be the leader of this team. But Smitty, is every great player actually cut out? Are they wired enough to be a leader and play that role?
No, not at all. You have some fantastic, phenomenal players talent-wise, but just not their role to be a leader. And then I think when you hear guys say they want to be a leader, 9 times out of 10, that's the guy that's not the leader. Because a leader usually just evolves, but when you start saying you want to be, you're probably not. You're going to lead by example, and then a lot of the guys, obviously, some of the best, they can take it to the vocal part, but you can't ask to be a leader. It just happens.
Needs to happen organically, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. This Toronto offense have been going through a transition the last few years. The team used to take a lot of mid-range shots and run a lot of ISOs. They switched to more of a ball movement-oriented style, and it paid off.
We can and check out the story on Jonas Valanciunas. A very nice season for him last year. 8th in field goal percentage, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. And it's Aldridge missing. Along with the Raptors' decrease in isolations, the amount of threes jumped up as well.
So true. 38% of shots last year were threes. Raptors took the 3rd most threes in the league last season. We'll see if that trend continues this season, but there has clearly been a shift in how they want to play.
Van Vliet passes to Miles. He kicks it to Valanciunas. Pass to Wright. Clock at 6. Now Leonard. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
He's a bona fide star. Kawhi Leonard with the workman-like approach.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Aldridge a screen. Back to Murray. Pass to Aldridge. Fader on the way. And yes, it's good. Aldridge has got 6 points.
This is his wheelhouse. LaMarcus Aldridge, unstoppable from mid-range.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs got through some tension in their relationship early on. Now, Greg Popovich said it became apparent that it really was me. He'd been in the league for 9 years. I'm not going to turn him into some other player. That was just silly. So we took care of it, and he's been fantastic. Guys?
That's why Pop is the best in the business, DA. He's always going to figure it out. Thanks. Here's Leonard. Following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Wright sets a screen. Leonard dishes to Wright. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Wright's got his first 3 points of the game.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Smitty, every so often we'll hear about a team holding a players-only meeting. You've been there, I'm sure. You've gone through that. What exactly goes on in those discussions?
You know, Kevin, when you hear players-only meeting, something's going wrong with the team. Right. And obviously, we meet all the time, but when there's specific, in quotation, a players-only meeting, that's a lot of things are going wrong with the team, with individuals, with the coaches or general manager. They are trying to find a way to hash it out, and those are never good.
Here's Leonard, and there are the Raptors with another bucket.
You know, there's a rhythm to Leonard's game, but also an awareness. Just takes what the defense allows.
Here's Murray up on top, guarded by Wright. Murray kicks to Aldridge. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling. Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
San Antonio with the ball. Raptors knocking down the tray. Aldridge a screen. Gay against Leonard. Gay can't hit. Toronto shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got 16. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Murray kicks to Gasol. The Spurs working the ball around now. He got right to the cup using that screen. And that's 12 points for Aldridge.
Look out. He's starting to find the range in this second period.
To the inside, Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
DeRozan passes to Aldridge. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Gay. Aldridge a screen. And Murray. Here we go. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Murray's got his second bucket of the night.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Screened by Valanciunas. Wright sets a screen for Miles. Gay against Green. Oh, Leonard in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Murray. Aldridge down low. Right's there. A nice shot by Aldridge. 14 points for him.
I love the confidence he's shooting with. Big improvement here in the second period.
Leonard kicks to Valanciunas. Wright sets a screen. And here's Miles outside. He can't get that one to fall. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. The open shot, Gay. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And that's now 9 points for Gay.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Here's Wright, and the shot goes down.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Murray, the pass to Gay. Aldridge against Leonard. Puts it up from 15, and the Spurs scoring again.
His mid-range game is what sets Aldridge apart from the other bigs in our league. He's about as accurate a shooter as you'll find among players with his size.
Green, the screen, to the inside. Gasol with the steal. DeRozan against Green. Gasol a screen. Murray kicks to Gay. The pass to Gasol. Gay against Miles. That's good from Gay on the assist by Gasol. Gay's got 11 points.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Here's Leonard. Drops it in off the fadeaway.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Pass to Aldridge. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Gasol. Bellinelli comes in for Rudy Gay. Walker's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Now here's Mills, while recovering. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. The Spurs rebound. Nice shot by Poeltl.
Got to be on the lookout for Poeltl crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
And here's Lowry. 5 points in the game. The tray, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's Toronto in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kyle Lowry. Kyle came out strong to take advantage in the first half. Were you pleased with the effort?
Yeah, we got to keep it up. Our defensive intensity has to stay high.
That has led to some great play at the other end. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 22 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, the Claw continues to take his game to a new level, Ernie. Incredibly fluid with range nowadays. The tremendous handle, hard to think of a better two-way player than him in the league. And the first half showed his ability to control a game to the fullest.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys dribble between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 1-on-1. maintain position one-on-one, learn how to play basketball one-on-one, things like that, Ernie.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
And that really tests the defense. It's hard to take the right angle on him to contest the shot.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Toronto right now, inside pairing is Ibaka and Valanciunas. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guards handle, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot.
Kyle Lowry, the Villanova alum, does everything you want from a point guard. Very complete player on both ends of the floor.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And that's 18 points for Aldridge. Well, with Lowry, as you said, Steve, he gives you a little bit of everything.
One of the best rebounding point guards in the league. Doesn't rack up huge assist numbers, but a very intelligent passer. Good assist to turnover numbers. Smart with the basketball.
Another one falls for San Antonio.
High percentage look from mid-range. Rudy quick into the air and accurate from that distance.
DeRozan against Green. DeRozan passes to Aldridge. Gay sets the pick for Murray. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Aldridge. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
Just how they drew it up coming out of the half. 3 straight from the field.
Lowry kicks to Leonard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is one of the more complete players in our league. He can completely take over a game on both ends.
Two shots.
That one is off. And Greg with Kawhi started as a defensive stopper, but he now is so much more than that.
I mean, he's got a great outside shot, that pull-up jumper, the turnarounds in the post. He has the complete repertoire. You never would have thought he was only viewed as a defense guy once upon a time, but was already a fantastic player. But this is a guy that continues to just add to his game.
And Greg, one of the stories that had started developing since last season was the talk of Kawhi Leonard wanting out. Too many soured relationships, it seemed.
And he was eventually moved after requesting a trade. Pop and the Spurs tried just about everything they could to convince him to stay. Probably the most drama for a team known for not having any drama.
Toronto with the ball. Gasol passes to Murray. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's foul number 2 for him. Murray with it. Aldridge with a screen on Lowry. Murray kicks to Aldridge. 6 to shoot. Gay in the corner. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. 16 points for Gay.
And coming out of halftime, coach said they wanted to start fast. How's 4 for 4?
Passes it to Leonard. Over Gay. And the Raptors miss again. Here are the Spurs with the ball. They're on a 9-1 run right now. Pass to Gasol. Gasol a screen. Gay can't get it to go.
but only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Green passes to Valanciunas. Lowry kicks to Leonard. The 15-footer, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Kevin, I like that he's staying aggressive. One of the NBA's most consistent scorers. Kawhi's been doing it all tonight.
San Antonio calls timeout. And Smitty, if you had to boil it down to a single play in your career, what was your biggest moment?
Kevin, I'm glad you asked that question. I can also get it out there to everybody in the basketball universe. Game 7, Western Conference Final. Shaq fouled me, and they did not call the foul. Shaq fouled me, Kevin. That play still haunts me. I'm still mad.
Really? After all these years?
Yes. And he still lets me know that he didn't foul me, but we got to run the tape. He fouled me.
He's checked in for the Spurs.
All right, a chance here to check out Kyle Lowry. Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 16 points a game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
You know what? Everything is coming so easy for him right now, operating on the highest level.
Here's Green, following the bucket by the Spurs. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second clock. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Murray. And the Raptors also making a change. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Danny Green. And it's the Spurs ball. They're on an 11-3 run right now. The feed to DeRozan. Here's VanVleet. DeRozan defending. VanVleet kicks to Lowry. The pass to Leonard. And he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 30.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Forbes, the pass to Gay. Tipped away. From outside the arc. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Leonard.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Ibaka with a screen on DeRozan. Here's VanVleet. He's got 5. Here's Valanciunas. And Gasol sends it back.
And for his career among active players, Pau Gasol top 3 in block shots.
Outside DeRozan. Back to Bertans. Gasol, a screen on Ibaka. Over Valanciunas. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
Lowry kicks to Leonard. Over Gay. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
They get it back. The shot's good from Gasol.
Nice move by Gasol. When playing with energy, he's tough to keep off the glass.
Lowry kicks to Leonard. Over Gay. That one wide left.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Now here's Gay. 16 points for him. Gasol, a screen on Leonard. Using the screen, Gay. Another miss by Gay.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
So it's San Antonio now, following Kyle Lowry's three. Here's Bertans, defended by Ibaka. Now Lowry, he's got 10. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. There's the triple. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down.
A blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
And the Spurs now in the post-Kawhi Leonard era of the franchise. Greg, how do they recover, do you think?
If any team can survive losing a player of Kawhi's caliber, it's got to be the Spurs. They have good depth, got a good return in the trade, and players will step up. Won't be the power they once were for a while, but they'll rebound in no time.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Rudy Gay has been in the league for over a decade now, a valuable wingman with incredible length. And you watch Rudy Gay. When he's in rhythm, he can still help you out. Good athlete, good jump shooter, not an easy matchup for opponents.
And the first one at the line is good. And Smitty discussing Gay, he seems better now at getting his points within the flow of that offense.
Experience gives you poise. It gives you a bigger view of the game. Gay's able to stay patient now and pick his spots.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Pirtle, he's checked in for Gasol. Bellinelli comes in for Davis Bertans. Walker's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for Bryn Forbes.
And Gay, just so difficult to guard. Skilled with his ability to shoot it and still explosive at attacking the rim.
Now, here's Lowry. He's got 10. It's stolen by Bellinelli. In transition, here comes San Antonio, and it's blocked. Now here's Powell. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Ibaka kicks to Lowry. Back to Ibaka. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got his 8th assist here tonight.
What a look from Lowry. Just knew he would be open.
Pass to Pirtle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And here's Mills for 3. Unable to get that one. And Toronto will come the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here's Powell. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Last season, Toronto had a very mixed season, to say the least. Franchise record 59 wins and the top seed in the East. It all came crashing down as they were swept out of the playoffs by the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for the Raptors last season, Steve, it was the ultimate letdown, wasn't it, to have the season end like it did against Cleveland?
Sure was. The team kept insisting things were different last year, and this was their time. Wasn't the case at all. They fell again to the Cavaliers. It was a big disappointment. They look to shake things up this past offseason.
No good on the free throw. San Antonio making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. And he's good on the second. So it's the Spurs now. And Mills kicks to Bellinelli. Powell with the steal. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
They certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. D.A., thank you. Here's Mills. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
A tremendous role player. Patty Mills simply gets what he can within the flow of the offense.
Out to the wing. Lowry passes to Anunoby. And he comes up with the deuce.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
When you watch Anunoby play, he does so much well. Makes his teammates better. Not easy to do as a young wing player. He's a fantastic passer and does a very good job of reading the play.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. C.J. Miles comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's DeLon Wright in for Kyle Lowry.
One shot.
Well, with Anunoby, so much of his impact, Steve, doesn't show up on the stat sheet.
Yeah, that passing from the wing is what will set OG Anunoby apart in his career. Already a strong defender, doesn't need to touch the ball to impact the game.
Now here is Pirtle. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. Pirtle's got his third basket of the night.
Excellent use of the screen there to free himself up and create space to make the open J.
Anunoby kicks to Wright. Passes it to Miles. Plenty of space. Misses off the right iron. San Antonio's gone into a slump here from three-point range. Shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Pass to Mills. Up top, Walker. Feeds it to Aldridge. Over Miles. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And stolen by Aldridge. Now here's Bellinelli. Tight defense on him. Outside Aldridge. Kicks it to Mills. Aldridge with a screen on Wright. 5 on the clock. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Mills. Aldridge has got 6 points in the quarter.
I like the decision-making there by Mills. Dishes to the roller on time and where he can do something with it.
Now the pass to Miles. And he's good on the 3-ball. Miles has got 14 points for the game.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Aldridge. Goes to the reverse layup and puts it in. Aldridge has got 24 points.
LaMarcus Aldridge putting pressure on this defense, getting into the seams and making plays.
Here's Miles. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 16 points for him. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Toronto ahead, running away with it. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
Nobody holds the ball, not even 1001. You catch it, it's a shot, it's a drive or pass, whatever you
Specific instructions from Greg Popovich. If you don't have a clean look, don't have an open lane, move the ball.
Yeah, and the key is fast decision-making, and that takes great recognition from all 5 guys in terms of communication. That's really what we call chemistry.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. We've got LaMarcus Aldridge. He's out there with Bellinelli. Mills out there with Pirtle. And it's Walker in at the 2-guard spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And the Raptors shooting nearly 70% from the floor. They are putting on a clinic offensively. It's Monroe, high post. Back to Miles. Player podcast, something we're hearing more of, and it's a growing trend. Good idea, or do you think it could get some guys in trouble?
Kevin, well, some guys, it does a good job of helping their brand, and we love to see guys getting a chance to do other things off the court. And then there are some guys who get a little loose, and they reveal some secrets, or they say some things they wish they could take back. So I think it all comes down to the individual. You gotta understand media before you try to jump out and start doing these podcasts.
Well said.
On Marcus Aldridge at the line for 2.
And that one misses.
A 5-star recruit out of high school, Aldridge reportedly asked Shaq for advice about jumping to the NBA. Shaq told him to go to college. A couple years later, Aldridge is drafted the number 2 pick overall.
Derek White's checked in for Patty Mills. And he sinks the second. And regarding Aldridge, given his success at Texas, sounds like Shaq was right.
Aldridge just needed to develop strength, polish his skills. Hard to say where he would have been drafted right out of high school, but after 2 years of college, he went second.
Monroe, no good. Spurs shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. White drives in, pass to Pirtle. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Walker. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Toronto, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trailblazers.
And that game against the Pacers, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
And Smitty, the three-point shot last season, not the Spurs' best friend.
They rarely shoot a ton of threes, but the ones they take, they usually make at a high clip. They had a new starting point guard, and Kawhi Leonard only played 9 games. That won't help.
Ante Cunningham's checked in for San Antonio. When we look, Steve, at big stats like double-doubles, triple-doubles, are we becoming too enamored with that versus how it might affect winning?
No, I think we're always going to have those double-doubles and triple-doubles. I just think right now when you look at it, so many more possessions in games. That's why we're having guys average a triple-double or having more double-doubles. But he also gives those guys credit. The game and those players, they're just better right now, and they're more equipped to be versatile. But I do think we still got to keep the emphasis on winning when a guy can get a triple-double in wins versus in losses or double-doubles or any kind of stats. I think that should be a category of his own.
Free throw drops for Wright.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And so Wright nails both of them. Well, Steve, when you look at the core of this Raptors team, all in their prime to late prime.
The window is closing for this group. The team should definitely feel a sense of urgency on making the most of this opportunity.
Now here's White. Lays it up off the glass.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
In Toronto, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Screen by Monroe. It's tipped. Pirtle with the steal. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And Bellinelli kicks to Walker. Spurs passing it around. Clock at 4. Launches a 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Now here's Powell, guarded by Walker. Passes it to Miles. Here's Siakam. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. For star players, even after a loss, Steve, they're asked to give press conferences after the games. Talk about how difficult that is for a player in the moments after a very difficult defeat.
And this is where you have to use your teammates and obviously your PR guys around the team to help you and obviously gather yourself before you get a chance to go in there, because it's tough. You're running high with emotions and sometimes the wrong type of emotions.
Yes.
But I also, Kevin, would love to see on the media side, there are some questions I just don't agree with. I think you should get a yellow card. You ask a dumb question, and if you get a red card, you can't ask any more questions for that series.
I think you'd be handing me cards after everything I say. I'd rather be piling cards in front of
Kevin,
me.
Not at all.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Davis Bertans checks in for Bellinelli. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Walker. Fred Van Vliet is checked in for Toronto. And the second free throw, good. The Spurs have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And Forbes kicks to White. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Your Spurs. Taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. We've had a full season now, Steve, of the jersey-sponsored insignias and patches. That has become a reality in the NBA. Any thoughts on that so far?
I guess, Kevin, because I'm old school, I don't like seeing it on the jerseys. I like the clean look. I would love to see it on their warm-up jerseys. You know, obviously their warm-up jackets and pants. I just don't like seeing it on the jersey. But I don't think I'm going to win this one, Kevin. I think they are here to stay. I think they might even add more sponsors on jerseys.
Yeah, the look they like is the look of money. Money, that's a good look.
That's the look
they get from those sponsorships, right? Here is Forbes trying to find White. Gets it to him. Pirtle kicks to Bertans. Back to Pirtle. Pass to Forbes. Shot clock at 6. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, what a terrible foul there. The shot clock winding down, and he ends up bailing out the offense with a silly foul.
Richardson, he's checked in for Toronto. Here's Bertans. Outside, White. Beyond the arc. Bertans can't get it to go.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those. And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustment just as he goes to lay it in.
Cunningham's shot is off.
And you can see at this stage of his career, just still not comfortable as a finisher at the basket.
And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
One shot.
Well, the NBA has had 3 referee crews for quite a while. Steve, do you think adding a 4th ref would help in any way?
No, I think it'll get a little bit crowded on the floor. I would love to see, I know they won't go back, I love the 2 referee situation. I look at it right now, referee A calls a call, referee B calls a call. It just feels like referee C has to make the next call or get up far as even with the other referees. I would love to see them go back to a 2 referee situation.
And Pirtle is a tremendous screener. When he's sacrificing his body like that, it really opens things up for his teammates.
Now here's Monroe. And it's blocked. Outside, White. He kicks it to Pirtle. The pass to Bertens. Pass to Pirtle. Shoots over Monroe. Pirtle's shot is off. The Raptors have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Van Vliet makes no mistake on the open jump shot. San Antonio's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. White the pass to Cunningham. Floats one. Here's Pirtle, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And Pirtle has a stick-with-it mentality on the offensive glass, just throwing himself against the boards.
It's Miles on the wing. Monroe outside. Miles with it. He's against Cunningham. And Monroe with the basket on the assist from Miles.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And White kicks to Cunningham. They set the pick. Over in the corner, Bertans. Shoots over Powell. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Van Vliet passes to Monroe. Powell with the screen. Back to Monroe. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it. White. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Van Vliet kicks to Monroe. Back to Van Vliet. Inside. It's tipped. Powell. That's good. Powell's got 5 points in the quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Bertans passes to White. Right wing. Rebounded by Greg Monroe. Monroe's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Passes it to Van Vliet. Screen by Monroe. Another shot. A rebound by the Spurs. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Bertans for 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Here's Van Vliet. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Not sure who was supposed to close out on him. Huge defensive breakdown.
And this has been a running theme. Guys out of position, failing to contest. Just look at the scoreboard.
Here is Cunningham. Miles with it. Cunningham's there. Richardson kicks to Monroe. And here is Powell. And another basket for Toronto. Here's White. Pass to Pirtle. Outside, White buries it from 3-point range. White's got 12 points in just the second half.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will, yet they still find themselves behind.
Miles the pass to Monroe. Here's Van Vliet. Lock at 6. Monroe with a screen on White. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Oh, okay. It's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
Here is Forbes. Bertans kicks to Pirtle. Here's Bertans, guarded by Powell. Here's Here's Pirtle. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Great recognition by Pirtle, slicing through the defense in these pick and roll sets.
And there's the pass to Richardson. It's Miles atop the key. Back to Richardson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Raptors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Leonard.
How about the rhythm he got into tonight? Unstoppable at the offensive end. And the coach was smart. He kept calling his number.
Rejected by Monroe. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Van Vliet passes to Monroe. And it's Monroe finishing it off.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
And Forbes kicks to White. Pass to Forbes. Looking to end the run. Can't connect. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Serge, big win tonight. Now, people may think you have some easy games on the schedule, but you did not play easy tonight.
Because we know where we want to go, That's why we was focused tonight. We try to finish strong.
And it was a strong performance, Serge. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for being with us. So long, everyone.